Hello and welcome to Beyond Lunch. I am your host, Attorney LaKanya Murray with Off the Mark IP Solutions, coming to you on Friday. Look at this, 2 Fridays in a row. Yes. Coming to you to discuss a point of view from the about the H&M controversy in the hoodie. If you guys have seen it, there's a young black boy who's wearing a green sweatshirt that says "Coolest Monkey in the Jungle," and for obvious reasons, many people around the world found it very offensive, especially in light of there being a Caucasian boy who has a sweatshirt that says "survival expert," trying to figure out whether there were some type of messages that was supposed to be put out with those shirts. There was an artist, he is a music artist, not a visual or graphic artist, but he created his own version of the shirt, and on that shirt he has a crown. He has a little boy wearing a sweatshirt, and he removed the offensive language and he put a crown and replaced it with the crown on the sweatshirt. Now this is the crown that he hand drew. It's also the logo for his fragrance company. And of course it went viral. Everybody loved how he took the message and he flipped it into something positive, reminding people everywhere that, our young black boys, they are not animals. They are royalty and they should be treated as such, and reminded that they are kings and princes, or princes. And one of the things, someone sent this to me because after, of course, his image went viral, he realized that people were taking the image and selling them on t-shirts or sweatshirts, and that's something that he was already doing. And so we're going to talk about whether or not this is infringement, and we're going to talk about whether or not it was infringement. We're going to talk about the different ways it was infringement, and just a couple of different things really quick, okay? I won't hold you long on this Friday, this cold Friday. Oh my gosh, why is it so cold? Oh my goodness. There's absolutely no question if it is infringement. Let's check our box. Last week we broke down the elements of copyrights, and we're going to go through those again today. So we have an original work in a fixed, tangible form with a minimum degree of creativity. And so he has all that. The work, he hand drew that crown. He said he hand drew it. So when he took it from his idea and he drew it on a piece of paper, it became fixed work. And the fact that he hand drew it, and it's something that he came up with on his own, it's an original work. Now people will say, well, it's a crown. Can you really prevent someone else from using the crown? And you can't prevent anyone else from drawing a crown. He doesn't have the market on crowns. We're going to say that. But what you can't do is take his actual work, his actual crown that he drew himself, and then take it and use it without asking his permission, if that makes sense. So it's not the fact that he has some kind of market on crowns. He has the fact that this is his artwork. This is something that he drew. And not only is it something that he drew, it's also his logo for his fragrance company. So he also has not only a copyright element, but also a trademark element to it. And so when someone uses that work without his permission, because you got to remember, copyrights give people, the owners, the right to decide who uses it and who doesn't, with a few exceptions. And when you're taking someone's work and you're putting it on a t-shirt or a sweatshirt and you're selling it, they're taking the full thing. Like if you notice on his crown, there's a white background. Like he literally just uploaded it, took a picture, uploaded it, and put it on this shirt. And people are copying it just as it is. And when it comes to infringement, because they have the right to exclude others from using the work, displaying the work, performing the work, and a couple other things that we discussed last week, it doesn't matter whether or not people are being compensated for using that work. And what I mean by that is, say someone took it and downloaded it and put it on a sticker, a bumper sticker, and they were just giving them out. Not charging any money, but just giving them out. They don't have the right to do that because it's not their work. I don't care if you charge $100. I don't care if you charge $0. Money is not the issue when it comes to copyright infringement. That's one of the things that I want to make sure that I'll let you guys know. The second thing is, because it's also his trademark, now he has two remedies. He has two remedies, and that's why I often encourage my people who have logos to not only register as a copyright or a trademark, but also register as a copyright, because if someone does infringe on it, then you can get them for copyright infringement, which can be anywhere from $200,000 to $150,000 per use. Meaning if someone sold 5 t-shirts, don't make me do the math, but that can be 5 times anything from $200,000 to $150,000. And if it was willful, it can also be criminal charges on that. And then the same thing with trademarks. You also get monetary damages if they're a trademark. So if you can find that, if someone infringed not only on your copyright, but also on your trademark, that's more compensation for you. So the 3 things that I want to talk about today is, 1, reiterate what copyrights were, which were an original work in a fixed, tangible form that has a minimum degree of creativity. And 2, to let you know that if you use someone's work without their permission, whether or not you're getting money for it, it's still infringement. And 3, if you have a work, once you have a work, if you have a work or a logo that's associated with a good or a service that makes it a trademark, protect it with not only a trademark registration, but also a copyright registration. Therefore, if it's infringement, you can have 2 different remedies. And that's what I really wanted to just come by really quick and talk to you about and tell you about. Thank you all for sharing these articles that you're seeing on the internet and on the news with me, because I feel like I said, again, it gives us some real world examples of this copyright and trademark stuff that we're talking about, so you can get a better understanding of it. So if you see anything, share it to me. You can email it to me, or you can drop it in the group and say, hey, LaKanya, check this out. What do you think? And we'll do a live video. I'm going to do them on Fridays, still working out the time. But yeah, that's what we have for today. So thank you again so very much for joining us for Beyond the Launch TV.